cabinet for open air. So when specifying a grill and putting the correct cabinet that's associated with the grill, we always look for a couple different things. So you have the key main components. We have the built-in grill. Underneath it is an insulated jacket and an insulated or liner. The insulated liner is a requirement for this cabinetry. The cabinetry is high density polyethylene. It's considered a combustible material. So an insulated jacket is always required for this type of cabinet. When we're specifying these grills, the sizes, we always work from the insulated jacket dimensions of each manufacturer. So each manufacturer has their own set of requirements as far as size. So we always tell people to check with each manufacturer's specifications. In this case, Blaze has an insulated jacket for the grill. How we come about the cabinet size for each grill liner is we take the specs, the cutout size for the insulated jacket, and we add 2 inches to each side, here and here, and it helps with heat dissipation, and it allows for room for the liner and for heat dissipation for the cabinet. For example, if it's the cutout is 40 inches of a cutout for the liner, we add 2 inches on here, 2, so it would be a 44-inch minimum grill cabinet that would be required for this particular unit. Underneath the liner is our apron right here, and when we manufacture the cabinets, we cut out the apron, which I'll show you soon. But as you can see, there's a gap underneath the liner and the cutout of our apron. And it varies, but it's about anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch gap. And that is supposed to be there. Some people question why there's a gap there. That is a requirement by the manufacturer. In this case, Blaze puts that in there specifically, so the cutouts for the apron allow for that approximately 1/2 inch gap in between the underside of the liner and the top of the cutout of the apron. So that is correct, and that is supposed to be there. The reasoning for it is that it allows for heat dissipation, allows heat to escape, and also, depending on the heat source, it allows any kind of excess gas buildup that could be inside the cabinet. It has a place to release the gas. So what we did, we removed the grill head, and we just wanted to expose what the insulated jacket looks like. Each grill manufacturer manufactures their own jacket or liner. So the grill head basically slides inside here. This insulated jacket is what's used for combustible material, and it is a requirement for our cabinets. Okay, so what we did, we removed the insulated jacket, and this exposed the inside of the grill cabinet. A couple key components. What we do is we cut the apron to accommodate the insulated jacket. So you can see the outside exterior apron and the second layer here are both cut. And this is cut per the specification of each grill manufacturer for their apron. A couple other components to note. We had a piece of angle aluminum here on this, and that's to make this double thick apron more rigid, because as you cut away material, you certainly don't want the apron to be kind of flimsy or anything like that. So what this does is adds rigidity to it and keeps everything in line with your doors. Some other components is assembly here. What this does, it supports the weight of the insulated liner. So there's a couple components of this. It's a aluminum piece here and here with threaded rods on 4 locations, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And how this works, it's a hanger rail that hangs on the edge of the wall of the cabinet on both sides here and here. And what that does, it screws into the top of the panel. And the benefit of this takes the weight of the grill and the liner. So the grill and liner are very heavy components. When the liner is on here, the liner actually rests on the edge of the countertop as well. And the benefit of this is certain liners are made a little differently. Some have a very thin flange that extends out here. Others are made a little more robust, and they have a much thicker contact surface. So some of the grills that we've seen, or the liners that we've seen, if they have a thinner flange and you put all that weight of the grill and on top of that, the flange can tend to bow up a little bit with excessive weight, and the complaint would have been on your countertop surface you might see a gap, and dirt and debris might potentially get in there. So you certainly don't want that to have an angle or bend. So the benefit of this, it takes off all the weight of the grill and the liner, and it supports it here, and it doesn't allow the flange to bend and show that kind of gap in there. So that's the benefit of this. Some other things to consider. What we also do for the grill cabinets, we add 2 grill vents, and it's just for dissipation of gas. So these are removable. They do pop out like that, but we install them at our factory here. And depending on the width of these grill cabinets, the longer the cabinet, the more vents that we'll put in. The other question is about side burners. Side burners for these cabinets, side burner cabinets and grill cabinets are made almost identical as far as the construction. The difference is really the width of the cabinets. Of course, the grill cabinets are much wider, side burner cabinets are much narrower in width. The key point about the side burner is it all depends on the manufacturer of the side burner if they require an insulated jacket to go inside. Some manufacturers, it is a requirement, some it isn't a requirement. So we always tell people it's best to check with the manufacturer of the side burner that you're using to see if a insulated jacket is a requirement. And if it is a requirement, we use the same cutout specifications for the apron, and also the same specifications or things that we use to determine the width of the cabinet is the same thing for the side burner. So for example, if the side burner cutout is a certain dimension, then we add 4 inches to it, and that will determine the width of the cabinet.